Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back here to the channel with me, Staycation, for another Apex Legends video. Now, one thing I want to put out there quickly before we do dive on into today's video is that Apex Legends is a fairly new game. It just dropped this week, and if you guys are looking for a very consistent and reliable source of all your Apex Legends content in terms of updates, news, tips, tricks, challenges, and everything else under the sun in terms of Apex Legends, please consider subscribing down below. I will be that channel for you guys, and I look forward to the future of Apex Legends on this channel. Now, diving on into it, okay guys, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and turn those notifications. We are going to be taking a look at the top 10 things you didn't know about in Apex Legends. Now, some of you guys may already know a couple things from this list, but I can guarantee that all of you will at least learn one new thing from this video that you can apply to your Apex Legends gameplay. So, starting us off at number 1, this is going to take us all the way back to the home main menu screen in Apex Legends. In the top right corner, you have Apex Legends packs, okay? Apex packs. And these contain valuable content such as weapon skins, legend skins, and other great new features in the game that you guys wouldn't be able to get your hands on unless you were purchasing these or grinding it out in the game. So, don't forget that these are up there, because for the first day and a half of me playing the game, I didn't see them, and I didn't notice that I had these Apex packs up in the top right corner, which left me missing out on a lot of sweet new content. So I just want to point it out there that that is in the top right corner, and make sure you guys are taking advantage of that, okay? Now, moving on to tip number 2, this is going to deal more so with some of the gameplay mechanics, okay? When you guys are sliding, you guys will quickly come to notice that when you slide, you will continue to slide, and especially in a game like this, where if you're sliding downhill, you will continue to go for significantly long distances. You guys are probably wondering how to stop sliding mid-slide, because I sure was, and aiming doesn't seem to do the trick, because you can aim while you're sliding in this game as well. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you guys hit the slide button for a second time after you've slid, you will stop sliding mid-slide, okay? Now, this is fairly difficult for you button users who are using slide with the X button, right? Because X is the default jump button. Well, I've changed my controller settings to evolved, and that allows me to slide with the right joystick. If you guys want some best settings tips, I do have that video linked down below. You guys can go check that out to optimize your gameplay style. So while I'm sliding and I tap that right joystick to stop sliding mid-slide, I just tap it again, and this is great for when you're in encounters and you're trying to gang up on a guy and you don't want to, like, you know, fall off the edge. If there is an edge near you or something, you can really navigate and be snappy on them while being quick in their face. So that's going to do it for tip number 2, guys, and now we're going to move on to tip number 3, and that is about dropping solo, okay? There is a trick that not many people know about. While you're in the dropship and you have your jump starter who really controls where you guys are going to be headed, a lot of people feel they are trapped to doing exactly what the leader tells them to do. Well, lucky for you guys, I don't recommend it though, because sticking with your squad is extremely crucial in this game and essential to your success. If you guys hold square in the dropship, it'll load up a little option to drop solo, and then after you've loaded that, you can then tap square again and finally drop solo without your squad, okay? On top of that, if you are dropping with the remainder of your squad and you're approaching the landing and you kind of want to go somewhere else, or you want to get to another building, you can hold square while deploying with your squad, and you will branch off from them while dropping, okay? So that is going to do it for tip number 3, and now we're going to move on to tip number 4, okay? Tip number 4 is auto run. This is a feature that a lot of people are complaining about in Apex Legends, and it seems to be missing. Well, lucky for you, I've discovered a little workaround and trick that you guys can use to take advantage of auto run in Apex Legends. Now, if you guys go to your equipment menu while you are in mid game and you are sprinting, you will continue to sprint as long as this menu is open while you opened it while you were sprinting. This is a great feature because if you guys know you're going to be running somewhere for extended periods of distances, the menu is transparent, so you will be able to see through it. Just make sure you keep your eyes open because, like I said, you're in a menu while you're sprinting. Moving on to tip number 5, okay? This is a great feature that was included in Apex Legends, and a lot of other Battle Royale experiences don't exactly provide this, and this is letting you know when you have something better equipped in your inventory. This is great because when you're approaching armor in other games such as Call of Duty Blackout or Fortnite, if you want to equip something that's not not quite as beneficial to what you already have on right now, they'll freely let you change that. But in this game, it'll tell you and restrict the fact that you have a better armor equipped or you have a better weapon equipped, so you won't be able to swap it out for that worse armor, which is fairly reasonable. I mean, it's not like they're doing anything wrong here because you simply have a better piece of equipment. Why would they want you to downgrade for no reason? But you are free and able to drop that equipment out of your inventory if you please. And this is going to translate very well into my tip number 6, which is letting you know when you're carrying something that you cannot use. This is also a great new feature in Apex Legends that is really essential to keeping up your inventory space nice and clean and tidy and efficient as possible. If you guys are carrying a certain type of ammo that you don't currently have a weapon for, it will have a big X on it in the equipment menu, and it'll indicate that you can drop it and show you that you really have nothing to lose by getting rid of this piece of equipment, unless you were really saving it for later in game and you're planning on getting, like, say, a sniper rifle and you're carrying sniper ammo. Because to be honest, in this game, ammo seems pretty scarce, and I hope they do fix it because that's one problem I am seeming to have in Apex Legends. Moving on to tip number 7, guys, this is what I want to call mystery boxes, but really they're almost Apex packs in game. If you guys find these little creatures hiding around the map, make sure you go up to them and punch them, because they will explode and they will drop some valuable pieces of loot for you guys. The first time I ever saw one, I really was just staring at it and didn't really know what to do until one day when I was just like, hey, let's punch this thing, and then boom, it dropped a couple of med kits, it dropped a couple sweet pieces of gear and weaponry. So make sure you guys take advantage of these Apex packs throughout the game, in the game, when you guys see them. Now, transitioning into tip number 8, this is another great feature that Apex Legends has really taken advantage of in terms of their communication without in-game mics. I find that if you're not playing with a mic in this game, you're really at no disadvantage because there's so many intuitive and creative ways to communicate with your teammates just by in-game mechanics. So one thing you can do in this game, if you are wanting a piece of weaponry or an attachment or some med kits or shield, you guys can just go to that in the equipment menu and you can click R1 and it'll initiate a little voice box which will tell your teammates that you are requesting that piece of equipment. This is great because if you didn't have a mic, there'd be no way to ask any other way. So if people hear this, they can drop it, they can ping it, and you can go over to it and pick it up and add it to your inventory after that. So once again, great intuitive features from Apex Legends, guys. These are all things you guys need to be taking advantage of to take your game to the next level. Now, speaking of pings, if someone on your team is being an absolute ruckus with them and they're spamming those pings everywhere saying, let's go here, let's go there, let's go everywhere, well, there is a way to mute people's pings, which once again I don't exactly recommend because they are very helpful, but if someone really is being ridiculous with them, there is the option to do so. Now, you can do so by going to the menu where the mute button is available, and right beside that there is also an option to mute their ping. So this will solve a lot of ruckus and disruptive problems in game. And this is going to translate us into our last and final tip of the day, guys, and this is one feature that honestly I didn't know about until someone told me in game, and this is the climbing ability that a lot of people don't exactly take advantage of to its fullest potential. If you guys are running up to a wall or a high ledge, you guys will quickly notice that if you tap L1, you will jump fairly high, but you'll quickly slide down as well. If you hold L1, however, though, to jump, once again, guys, L1 is my jump button because of my controller layouts, X will be your jump button, but if you hold it, you will scale the wall and climb additional levels, and if there's multiple levels to grab onto, you will continue climbing until you can't climb any further. This is a very, very valuable feature, guys. It will really open up the mobility and the opportunities to scale the map on different levels for you guys. I hope you guys learned something new from today's video. These are the 10 tips that you probably didn't know about in Apex Legends. If you guys found this video useful, please make sure you drop a like down below. Once again, for a reliable and consistent source of Apex Legends content, subscribe to the channel, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow. Have a great day. Peace out.